Imagine a place on Earth where you can't die even if you want to. Don't believe it? On the map of the world, there is a city where death is legally prohibited. That means no matter how sick you are not allowed to take your last breath on that ground. Think again. It's about a prison where prisoners are taught guitar instead of punishment. They are given good food, and the prison cells look like rooms in a 5-star hotel. Yes, friends, today we are going on a virtual tour to a wonderful country located near the North Pole of the world. The country that is called the Land of Midnight Sun, where the sun can be seen even at midnight in the summer. Again, in the winter, the sun does not rise for days. In today's video, we will know some of the mysteries of Norway, their strange laws, the blood-stained history of the Vikings, and how the once poor country of fishermen has become the richest nation in the world. So fasten your seatbelts, because this journey to Norway is going to be unforgettable. When you hear the name Norway, the eyes immediately see snow-capped mountains and the green light dancing on the sky, which we call Aurora Borealis or Northern Lights. Located on the Scandinavian peninsula of Europe, this country is like a canvas painted by nature itself. Sharing borders with Sweden, Finland, and Russia, this country is long like a guitar. However, as much as the beauty of Norway is fascinating, the weather here is equally challenging. A strange game of nature takes place in the northern part of Norway, from May to July. The sun does not set here. It is called the midnight sun. Imagine it is 3 o'clock in the morning and the sun is shining outside. The locals wear sunglasses at this time and walk around at night. But there is also a flip side to the coin. The entire period from November to January is the polar night. That means the sun does not rise for several months. It is completely dark 24 hours a day. Today, we know Norway as one of the richest and most peaceful countries in the world. About 1,000 years ago, from the 8th to the 11th centuries, was the age of the Vikings. The Vikings were great warriors and sailors. The whole of Europe trembled in fear of them. They crossed the seas with their special long ships and conquered new countries. Looking at today's peaceful Norwegian Aegeans, it is hard to believe how hardy their ancestors were. However, for a long time after the Viking Age, Norway was a very poor country. Their economy was mainly dependent on fishing and agriculture. They were far behind compared to Sweden and Denmark. Until 1960, the life of the people of Norway was very simple. Then a miracle happened, which changed the fate of Norway forever. The year was 1969. A huge oil field was suddenly discovered in the North Sea. Norway's forehead was opened. However, here the real intelligence of the people of Norway is revealed. Many other countries in the world have squandered their money on luxury after getting oil. But Norway didn't do that. They know that oil will run out one day, so they created a sovereign wealth fund with oil money. Today, the value of this fund is more than $1 trillion. This accumulated money has ensured the security of Norway's future generations. That is, every citizen of Norway is a born millionaire. Does having money make people happy? Norwegian culture teaches us a strange philosophy called the law of Jante. According to this rule, no one in Norway can consider themselves bigger or special than others, whether you are the prime minister or a simple waiter. Socially, everyone is treated equally. That's why even billionaires ride public buses to their offices, and ministers clean their own houses on weekends. This egalitarian mentality has made Norway one of the happiest countries in the world. Another strange aspect of Norwegian culture is their parenting. If you go to Norway and see a child sleeping alone in a trolley outside a cafe in -10 degrees Celsius while his mother is drinking coffee inside, don't be afraid. It's very normal here. Norwegian mothers believe that sleeping in the bitter cold air outside increases the child's immunity and makes them stronger. Their preferences in food are also quite diverse. One of the favorite foods of Norwegians is brown cheese or brunost. It tastes sweet and a lot like caramel. And yes, Norwegians love tacos. They celebrate Taco Friday every Friday. But if you think Norway means all work and work, you're wrong. They love to spend their free time. They have a concept called height. Height means a small cabin made of wood, which is usually on the mountain or deep in the forest. On weekends or holidays, they leave modern life, the internet and phones, and go to this cabin to spend time. Now, let's come to the mysterious words that I said at the beginning of the video. Why is death prohibited on the island of Svalbard in Norway? Actually, Svalbard is very close to the North Pole, and it is incredibly cold here. In 1950, scientists discovered that the bodies buried in the cemetery here do not decompose for years. Because of the ice, they remain as they were, and as a result, the virus or bacteria in the body are not dying, which can spread epidemics among living people in the future. So when someone on this island gets very sick or is close to death, they are sent to the mainland by plane. Strange, isn't it? Traveling to Norway or living there is not a cheap thing. It is one of the most expensive countries in the world. Here, a simple burger or a bottle of water costs what would be a royal meal in our country. Income taxes in Norway are very high, around 50%. But the interesting thing is that people here pay taxes happily, because in return, they get completely free world-class education and medical care. The government bears all the expenses of your child's education from birth to university. Norway is an example to the world today in protecting the environment. You will be surprised to know that 8 out of 10 cars on the roads of Norway are electric cars or electric vehicles. Norway is one of the biggest markets for Tesla cars. They have set a target to completely stop using petrol or diesel cars in the next few years. A country that became rich by selling oil is now stopping the use of oil to save the environment. This is really instructive. So friends, this was Norway, a country where the sun never sets, where prisons are resorts, and where people live a strangely beautiful life in harmony with nature. Do you think that Norway's law of equality or the principle of equality for all should also be in our country? And if you get the chance, would you like to spend a night in that luxurious prison in Norway? Be sure to comment. If you like the video, like it and share it with your friends. And yes, don't forget to tell us in the comments which country in the world you want to see the next video about. See you in the next video. Until then, stay well, stay healthy. Thank you.